BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
There's a sort of excitement about the department bull's arrival. In the village, everybody's like, oh, did the bull arrive? When's the bull coming? And then the day it does come, there's cars spinning by to check to see what kind of beast we've been supplied with this year.
Not only our generation, but generations past, the department bull was a thing. But then the AI man used to come, and that sort of overtook for a while. But the department bull seems to be making a bit of a comeback, which is quite good.
No point getting excited. The cows will be excited enough.
They know he's coming.
They don't know yet, but they'll know very soon.
Solomon the Shorthorn is on the move. I'm in the northwest of the Isle of Lewis, where the Ness crofters, who are sharing him in different locations over the winter, are preparing for his next move. And it's without the benefit of any fixed handling facilities. It's a wild, windy day here on the moor. There's quite a bit of trepidation, but it's not just Solomon who's enthusiastic.
I'm Murdani MacLeod. I'm born and raised here on the west side of Lewis. I'm from the village of Shadda. I lived away for a long time, but then moved back here about 10 years ago. When I met Becky, I somehow managed to convince her to come here too.
Well, I was born in Uis. This kind of community that we live in here is very similar to how I grew up, so I liked that these kind of crofting communities where we all work together. And I have memories of the department bull coming to Uist in the 80s and the excitement, so it's good to carry it on and for the children.
You've got two here who are obviously quite involved. They're pretty hardy. They don't have all the clothes on that we have.
No, they're just in the ditch with a shovel on, I don't know, what are you actually doing, Magnus?
Destroying the thing, by yeah.
How long's the bull been here?
So he's been here for 6 weeks now, so that should have given him enough time with the animals, you know.
Yeah,
so.
but you won't know for a while.
No, but I suppose the one good thing with the working together was if I see one of ours go back, like go on heat again, then we could always take that one up to go again with him. Hopefully he won't, but you know.
Does he become a bit like a pet? Or do you not have him long enough?
To be honest, I always treat bulls with respect and try to not handle them too much. But this year his annual screening tests came up, so we had to have him through the crush and do his tuberculosis and brucellosis testing with the vet. So to prepare for that, I was feeding him and that. So I know Solomon better than the one last year because of having to handle him.
Many farmers on the mainland would spend hours poring over catalogues, choosing the breed statistics and the genetics, or standing round a market choosing their bull. How does it work for you guys?
I suppose if we were going to be picky, we could start asking to have specific bulls, but essentially we're like, oh, well, we'll take a shorthorn bull. So a shorthorn bull comes.
If you've got a bull all the time, then you're having to feed it, and especially over the winter. It's a heavy consumer on your land.
For only 5 cows?
Yeah, exactly. It's good to bring in bloodlines from outside as well. There's an eagle right behind us.
Oh, so there is.
You can see it's just soaring.
Oh, amazing. It's a seagull.
Yeah.
Above our heads.
Right over us. It's keeping a close eye as well on what we're doing. Maybe hoping for a few scraps of cattle nuts after the operation. So we're going to get some buckets together, put some feed in it, and then we'll run the cows out the gate, then down here into almost like a race. And then when the bull is in the pen, we'll close the pen in on it and hopefully capture it. They are.
That's the plan.
That's the plan at the moment. We're just gathering a few buckets, so because they all just congregate into a corner as soon as the wind comes up here.
And so what happens now? Am I holding you back?
We'll put the children in the car and we'll need to have somebody on gate duty somewhere. Danny can do that and I'll bring them down. I've walked a lot with these animals. He was a typical male at the beginning because he'd started leading the way with all the girls, and I was thinking he has no idea where he's going because he's never been in the village before, and the girls have been there numerous times, so he was quite funny that way, but we all got there and he was very good. Right then, guys, you're going to go in the car.
All right.
So you can, just till the bull's gone in the pen.
Do you want to go in the back?
And I'll get some nuts. Okay, well, let's see how we get on.
Good luck. So Becky's walking up the path with her bucket, and the cattle are following on the other side of the fence, and the aim is to bring them down the track and trap the bull in a separate pen. We'll see how that works out.
So that's him in the first pen. We just have to get him back a bit into this one. And there's Sweeney coming over the hill.
Good timing.
He must have known.
What you're doing just now is looking around the pen to find the weakest link for him. And the weakest link here is either if he put his head below the pen and started lifting the hurdle. So I'm here thinking if this bull's going to get out of here, he's going to put his head under this hurdle and lift it up. The other thing is the gate's quite low on that side. So I'm standing here, so I'm like, I can hopefully deal with those things before they happen.
So I think I might move in that case. I'll leave you to it, Becky.
Well, hopefully he's just going to walk in relaxed manner.
And that's Donald just arrived.
Yeah,
Perfect
so he's
timing.
positioned the box up, so we just need to open the gate so that the only direction out of here is into the box.
And it's starting to rain now.
Oh, it's a bit wet now, but never mind.
I'm Donald McSween, crofter from Ness, Isle of Lewis, and I am here today to collect Solomon the bull and take him up to my cows. I'm just going to drop the back of the trailer and hopefully rejig the hurdles a little bit and then see if we can get him in.
So the gates fell down there, and Solomon made a bid for freedom.
Maybe I'm going to lift this corner and you lift this one and put it.
So the gates are being manoeuvred into position.
We might get lucky and she might go in and then he might follow.
There's a lot of mites in that sentence.
Yes, there is, isn't there?
Oh, that was clockwork, guys. That was so smooth.
That's
Bull
good.
and the cow went in.
Thank you.
The cow came out. Gates got closed, and he's ready to go.
You can tell he's done this a few times before. There we are.
Many things that could go wrong and it's always best when they don't.
Yeah.
So that's us.
Here's the cattle passport. It's got all the details there of breed and date of birth, where he's come from.
Where's he going? Where does he come from? Where did he go?
Yeah, that's it.
Doesn't matter where he's from as long as he produces the goods. So I've got the passport. I'll have the passport. When I get home, I'll have to put my sticker on it and sign it. But then we have to go online and make sure that we record and move it online. I think we're going to hit the road so that he's not hanging about too much.
He's got new ladies to meet.
The whole trailer is moving around quite a lot there.
Right, see you next year.
See you later, mate. Jerry.
Donald, can I come with you? Okay, bye. Bye. Oh, gosh, it's good to get out of the wind.
We're just driving about, 10-15 miles north to where the cows are. So I don't know if you noticed when you went in that he's got a collar around his neck. That these are the no-fence geofencing collars, and I use them on all my cattle in the winter. So I put that on him last week to get used to it, and the croft that they're in, it isn't fully fenced. So hopefully he stays put. I'm very confident that he would stay put even without the collar, because the cows are going to keep him entertained. So
It's a sort of harem of Highland heifers you've got then for him, isn't it? Why do you use the department bull rather than buy one or hire one some other way?
So there aren't a lot available in Lewis. When I started, I was borrowing, privately hiring Aberdeen Angus bulls, and that was all absolutely fine. But you're only able to get them when the owner doesn't need him. So obviously the owner gets first pick of when he wants to be using him, when he wants to be calving. So you're kind of secondary. I don't know what the sensible number is for getting your own bull, but logistically, having to keep a bull separate, and also if anything goes wrong with that bull, then it's a panic station. The beauty of this is that the bull is available when you want him, as long as the ferries are sailing, and if something goes wrong, he's insured.
And what do you pay for the service, Donald?
We've got this one for the winter, and he's £960 plus VAT. So that £960 just gets divided by however many head of cattle there are. There's maybe 19 between all of us. There's 4 different crofters in our group. That works out at about £60 a head.
And how does that compare with artificial insemination?
Well, artificial inseminations are non-started here because there's nobody on the island who does it. So
It's a scheme that's gone on, I don't know how long, but a very long time.
I think I read that it's the oldest scheme of its type, and I think it's like 100 years old. It's technically called the Crofting Cattle Improvement Scheme. So they're giving us access to better bulls than we could afford to buy. Now, I might go and spend £1,000 or £2,000 buying an older bull or something like that to try and improve my herd. But this way we're able to get young, fit, enthusiastic bulls that we know will do the job.
We're getting close to your croft, Donald. It'll be a bit different from Ayrshire, from where he was born, presumably, and pedigree bulls were brought up with the best of rich food and the blow dries. They expect a lot of luxury. Is it not a shock to the system?
You do have to keep an eye on the males, whether it be a bull or a ram. Their focus is elsewhere for this period, and you have to just make sure that he maintains condition. You know, he's got to maintain his weight, his fitness, so that he can continue to perform. So it'll be watching him regularly, giving him a little bit of feed, and just making sure that he's happy and doing what he's brought here for. Yeah, so that's my cows there over on the left.
All steamed up in here with the dog in the back.
Yeah, we'll blame the dog, and I'm just gonna reverse up here and let him loose. And of course, all the traffic appears at the same time. Again, I suppose that's about context as well. There's 3 cars. There we go, and I can see one of the cows standing at the fence already.
Really impressed. You're reversing and speaking to me, and you've got a big trailer on the back here.
Well, if I tell you that I'm ADHD and that multitasking it comes naturally, that will explain it.
I can hear them.
Yeah.
He's getting a welcome.
That's a bull as well. You can hear the bull. He's calling to them.
They're waiting.
They're waiting, and I'm not going to wait any longer. So let's get him out. All right. Finish. Finish. Bolt, watch yours, Bolt.
Oh, they're curious.
Yeah, it's not a one-way street. They're straight in there as well.
Is he used to these Highland horns?
Becky and Mordanis have horns as well, so horny all round here. The calves are having a sniff too. It's always good to see watching the calves when there's something like this. Sometimes you see all the calves will be sitting around the bull. It's almost like he's babysitting. The mums will all be off grazing somewhere and he's chilling, and the calves will just stay with him. See right now, all four calves that are there are just following him. So it doesn't look like any of these are in heat just now, but that's it. Just have to let them settle and let him do his thing.
He's parading around though.
Oh yeah, he's just checking everybody out. Strutting the dance floor right now, checking out his surroundings. Oh, well, see that now that heifer is trying to mount him, so hopefully she's just coming into heat and not having just come out of it. So maybe tomorrow or the next day we might see some action there.
Good, job done.
Cool. Mahashaw.
Mahashaw, we're out of here. Today's programme was produced and presented by me, Nancy Nicholson.